Shalom. Assalamu alaikum. Let's talk about this guy here, Senator Raskin. He wearing this on his head. This disrespectful. Disrespectful. Take it off. I don't care if you got cancer or not. You know a lot of people got cancer, you jack off. This guy's so fucking full of crap. He said that he want to give Van Zandt the credit for him donning this on his head, right? A musician. People been wearing bandanas for a long time, sir. Stupid. He making excuses for actors and movie stars and musicians in order for himself to wear something on his head to disrespect our House and our Senate. Look, sir, if you think that you need to go get chemotherapy all the time and you need to do this and you need to do that, then you need to resign from your seat. Take care of your health first, then try to help other people. Now take it off, you disrespectful garbage man. So, Senator Raskins wants to pretend as if it is a statement to hide because he has chemo that he's doing and he's losing his hair. We could ask this to people who are bald-headed that are senators in House. Do you wear anything on your head? No? Okay. So you want to let people know. That's what you're doing. I have cancer. Feel sorry for me. Look, I have to put my hat on. I'm in the Senate. I'm going to try to dictate to the American people rights and wrongs. Meanwhile, I'm sitting here disrespecting you and the whole fucking Constitution. When we give the Pledge of Allegiance, do you remove your hat? Unless you are military, you don't. Citizens remove their hats, remove your covering, and you put it over your heart. If you don't have a covering, you put your hand over your heart, right? This guy, when he does it, he doesn't take anything off. He's so disrespectful. How can he be a senator? Like I said again, he doesn't care about people because he doesn't even care about his own health. If you can't even care about your own health, to be worried enough for yourself that you need to take a vacation from politics so you can get yourself healthy, man, then these people are ignorant. You got nutcase who wants to check into mental hospitals. What is going on in America? Think about all this. What the world is going on with this? They want to baby. They want to be codified. I'm sorry. You know what? I was raised. I have a brother. He's mentally challenged. This is the truth. My brother that I grew up with, he's younger than me. He was in the LD class. He was handicapped. He was mentally challenged. Never, ever did I look at him or treat him any different than anyone else. When he pissed me off, I treated him the way that people piss me off. When he was good with me, I treat him the way that I treat the people who are good with me. I never looked at any disability of him whatsoever. Raskins, fuck boys. And this is how people need to understand. Now, when I was growing up, I always used to hear this nonsense. Right? Oh, they're handicapped. Treat them different. They're this. They're that. Treat them different. Treat them. No. No. I'm not. Never. If you want to, that's fine with you. But you have to understand something. I have been around people who are handicapped. And they all say they don't want to be treated any different, nor do they want their handicap pointed out to them. Would you like me to run around and point your sin out to you all day long? All fucking day long? You want me to point out your sin to you? Then leave the handicapped people alone and stop trying to make fashion statements based upon your fucking illness you got. You do a check on him and you ask his doctor. His doctor will explain to you of his liver and stuff because he liked to drink alcohol his whole life. Didn't you, Raskin? So now we're going to have to set aside our constitution and our way of living, of life, and the righteousness of our nation to put it aside for you, who's a ridiculous man who don't want to go get himself healed and help? No, I don't think so. This is the backwardness of America all around. This is with the gays, this is with the race, this is with every fucking thing. that they're using right now to try to destroy our democracy, to try to overthrow righteous people, to take over America and run amok in it and foul up the world with the way that they are. You understand? Because when they foul up America, you know they're going to try to spread this to every other nation. And I'm telling America right now, the Muslim nations are not going to accept America. If they already dislike America right now, can you imagine when America becomes a full-blown, gay-ass, weird, goofy, who the fuck knows, drug-addicted, fat-ass, fucking every foul spirit in America? They want to go around and try to spread their ideology to other nations, especially Muslim nations. America, you guys better wake the fuck up. You ain't the only people on this fucking planet. You better wake up to that and realize that shit. Because do you realize that if this takes place and America does try to go around doing this, America is going to have to join up to the Antichrist in order to survive. You understand that? America will have to join up with the Antichrist in order to survive. Or they have a civil war, righteous men take over America, and America takes the side with Imam Mahdi, which is me, and some other nations like in the Hadith state. See, when you're reading, a lot of people don't understand where does the West fit in the book of Revelation for Christian. Where's the West fit in the Quran? And I'm telling you where it all fits in. The Quran talk about the Mahdi. Where's the Mahdi? The sun that rises in the west. He comes from the west. During a time of civil war. They're already telling you that America's going to have a civil war. We don't need anybody in our legislation, all this other stuff. They had this 1,500 years ago. You understand this? So then you get into the situation that we have in your other hadith, where they talk about, oh, Imam Mahdi will flee in a plane from America to America. There's a discrepancy there and all this other stuff. So I'm just going to try to clarify and let you understand what really the situation scenario would be, because I'm the motherfucker you're talking about. I'm telling you what I would fucking do and where it all comes from, where it leads to. You understand? And I explained to you the second calling. So either I stay, I fight, and I kick ass, and then we take this ass kicking and spread it out all around, and then Isa comes, you understand? And this is the fight with the Dajjal. Or I flee somewhere to a friend to stay and live, because, I have no family, I have nobody. I'd become a refugee. Where would I go to stay, to live? If I have to flee my own nation, where would I go, right? Well, I have set up some different things. I have a friend that live in Malaysia. That's in the east. Maybe I go and live there. They nice to me sometimes, in my Facebook and stuff. I have friends in Germany. I have friends in Afghanistan, the whole Khorasan area. I have friends many places. The question now would be, where does Imam Mahdi win America? Because we know where he's at. We know all this stuff. When he leaves, where does he go to? Then you get into the black banners. And then you start to see this. And you start... See, slowly, I'm not even... Like I say, I'm not even aware of the things that I'm doing or what happens, all because God is working in it. And then I can look back upon it and look at it, and I start to see future things and past, and I start reading prophecies and hadiths, and I try to bring this timeline together and focus in on it to try to understand what God wants from me. Where he wants me to be, what he has placed within me, the teachings and all these other things. I have spread myself out through all the world, trying to teach them the righteous words of God. You understand? And I do this through different apps that I set up accounts and visit different nations all around the world and become friends with many different people. So I just trying to figure it out, and I want to explain to Christians, I am not the Antichrist. So when you get people going around on YouTube videos or something else saying, Imam Mahdi's the Antichrist. No, I'm fucking not. I love God, and I praise and glory and love and honor and respect Jesus Christ, Yeshua, Isa, the Son of the Most High God. You better understand that before you motherfuckers go around calling me the Antichrist. No, you're the Antichrist because you don't even know the damn truths. So that is what I'm trying to figure out. I think this is what will take place, that I may flee because it becomes so bad in the manner I flee, and in the east somewhere I get opportunity or whatever, I rise and grow because people know and stuff because of the timeline that's going by. And who knows, I don't know. Like I say, I'm trying to figure all of this out. I have made other things. Maybe it is during the time right in that leads up into the Civil War area where they want me to, they recognize me in this manner or that manner while I'm in America. I am a known Mahdi. I am known as the Mahdi while I'm in America in this manner, and the Mecca is Dearborn and all. I'm trying to gather more about it, right, to understand it. It all could be true. You know, I gather a group in America. And from the Civil War, we all flee. And this is the second calling, the fleeing out from Belle of Babylon before the destruction of her. And we flee out and we go to where we go. And then the next part would be, you know, I have gathered up and in that manner. Now I'm going into the Middle East. And in the Middle East, the Mecca or the thing there is in the Kaaba or in Saudi Arabia. And perhaps this is the second part of a hadith. You know, the first hadith is the beginning and this is how it is, and it happens, and then the bigger one happens, you know, like a domino effect in a way, and then that becomes where the Muslims start to recognize who I am because of after the Civil War I go there, that things start to happen there, and then eventually it is not that I am important, right? I can't stress this. I'm just reading about myself and your books and your prophecies and stuff, and just trying to figure out, because I have the words that you want. That's all I'm worthy of, right? That's all I'm doing. So, but I just wanted to call out these guys, these senators, for doing this disrespectful. And look, you can even see how they want to change the laws, the times, and the seasons. This is the beginning of Antichrist. They want to change laws, times, and seasons. And that includes characteristics of you show respect when you're around the flag. Take your hat off. If you're inside a building, take your fucking hat off. I mean, that's common courtesy and respect. These guys are not. They're wanting to change the law. They want to bring that ghetto son of Bilal type shit into our places of business, our places of governing, bringing this foul ghetto mind frame, thuggish, ruggish bullshit crap, and their style, their dress, their speech, their talk, their attitude, their gayness, their foulness, all of this trying to corrupt. This is the sons of Bilal. You understand the Eli thing back in Israel's days, and how his sons were acting, and now these same people doing the same thing, because it's not a race, it's a mentality, a brain, it's a mind frame. But you find it a lot amongst the African and the Canaanite. Yes, this mind frame is found a lot amongst the Canaanite, but it's spread in America amongst other individuals, and that's why you get this white people kissing butt to racism ideologies and all this, even though that none of this is it's all moot, you know, none of it holds the water or anything. Plus, racism is in the world because we all live in separate nations to begin with. You know, it's just little nations see racism because you're the only ones mingling together like dipshits, like the Roman Empire and everybody else tried to do. Babylon tried to do it, Rome tried to do it, Egypt tried to do it. Where are they all at? I mean, come on. Now you look at the other nations, they're all of their own people, their own culture, their own stuff. They don't have any of that. They don't seem to have problems like racism problem, all this other stuff, do they? No. So everything is so stupefied, and basically people have forgotten reality. So now they're going to try to attempt to change the times, the seasons, and so on and so forth, and laws and all this. And when you read it, it says they attempt. So, but for only 3.5 years, and then 3.5 years. So you understand the reign of the Dajjal and Antichrist is only for 7 years. But during this time period, like when you come to me and it says, oh, I reign for 7 years, maybe 9 years, maybe this many years. The reason that they're trying to depict me in with Antichrist, the Joel Antichrist movement, is because I am always battling this. You understand who I am in this manner? I am always in the face of the Joel and Antichrist to point out their wicked and evil for 3.5 fucking years, to a total of 7 years. Right, to understand how it all works, how it all would tie, the wording, the stuff would tie together in that manner. And then after Isa comes, he destroys it all from what they were planning to do, destroys their forcing of technology, their forcing of this, he gets rid of it. And for 1,000 years we reign with Christ, and then he loosens it again, and then judgment, right? I believe that's the reality of what takes place. The rising of the graves, all that stuff, or the what they call the rapture type thing, I believe is when people rapturing, I believe is people's minds waking up to truth. God is the God of the living, not the dead. So the rising out of graves, I would represent as the rising out of truth, the rising out of this cavity of your flesh, to break free and rise in the righteousness and judgments and mercies of God. And then you learned understanding, and we reign with Christ. Jesus is here because we are free from this brain fuck and the lie of what religion and kings and queens of the earth and scribes and everybody has been manipulating to us, plus the Nakash, which are doctors, lawyers, scientists, teachers, all the stuff that they have been trying to force in the change of the laws, the times, and the seasons, to enforce that which is called evil and force it upon the good, that we have to accept it. Instead of, like I had said, the problem with America is they don't point out what is sin. We should be pointing out sin. Sin, everything can live together and grow. Like Jesus said, tares and wheat are all growing together. You have the free will. If you want to be a sinner, sin. You will have judgments for your consequences of your actions, all these type of things. But the thing I have a problem with is when they allow this sin to be brought into the assembly as if it's the people accept it as not sin anymore. And that's what the problem with homosexuality and all these other things is people are not calling it for what it is. You'll call a shoplifter, you'll call a thief, you'll call someone who kills a murderer, but you won't call what sin is. And your whole basis of your whole constitution and law of our land is based upon the commandments of the Most High God. That's where now you can understand how they're trying to change the laws and the seasons, using the sons of Belial in order to do this, corrupting your music, your foul shit, TV, all this stuff, brainwashing our children, and then your children get so brainwashed they start to vote for the wrong ideologies, and then a foul group of people start to take over your nation, change the laws, the seasons, and times. You understand what I'm telling you? You're seeing it all happen right here live. You see it all every day, what's happening, especially when they march in with some kind of thuggish, gangster, weird hip-hop attitude into our courtrooms or into our places of legislation, and they act like ghetto people. I mean, what? Get the fuck out of here, man. You right? You understand, people? But this is what we're seeing. It would be like, do you want a ghetto person to run your business for you? They'll run it into the ground. They'll let all their ghetto friends from the projects or the poor or the drug addict or whatever come into the store and shoplift. I mean, why do we know this? How do I know? Because it's it's where I live. I've seen people in stores that were ghetto mind frame of this ideology and stuff, weird, goofy people, and I've seen them allow their friends or whatever come in and they sit there and they shoplift and they walk out and not pay for shit, which causes our prices to go up and all this other stuff. You understand? So it's when you allow this mind frame to creep into positions of authority, this begins to corrupt everything, and you see it right all around you, man. That's why, like I say, music's not bad. Entertainment stuff's not bad. It's the words in music, so hip-hop full of foul stuff. That's why I target certain things. And people think, oh, you don't like music. Or no, I love music. I make music. I love movies. I watch movies. I like acting. I love all of these type of things. It's what you're using it for good or for evil. I mean, if you're a grown man and you have to sit there and sing songs about foul stuff to little children to profit money off of them, you're evil. You're evil, point fucking blank, man. And if you people of the United States can't call out a rapper as an evil man because he wants to talk about drugs and he's a gangster, he's a thug, he's a cool guy, he's this or that, and you can't call that out as being evil, corrupting minds of children, then there's something wrong with you as an American citizen. This goes around for all the stuff. You understand what I'm telling people? But instead, what do? They want to try to protect this foul group and use foul things in order to protect their culture of what they do. For instance, Raskin's wearing that on his hat. That's a cultural type of thing. Even he himself said, "I got it from a musician." Okay, so you can wear it on your free time, but when you're at work and the United States Senate, take it the fuck off and act like a senator. If this is the position you want, then act like the position you hold. Why do I act crazy and stupid and wild and cuss and scream and hoot and holler and all this goofiness? Because I'm not fucking in a position of power. I'm just a jack off the street. I can do whatever the fuck I want to do in that manner. I'm not trying to impress people. Now, if I had a group of followers and I started taking notice that people, yes, I would very quickly change and I become way more presentable and in these manners and watch a lot of stuff, you know, because I am aware of different things and how things can, you know, not manipulate, but people watch and they may think it's okay for someone to do because I'm doing something, or you know. But right now, like I say, I don't care because I'm not a leader of anything. I'm not doing anything, right? But these guys are, and they act in these manners. I don't understand it. And we Americans should not be allowing any of them to act. We should, you know, we should hold them to a certain character, a certain morality, and a certain integrity. And if you're not representing that moral character and integrity of the kind of person that is we would want as we the people, as a senator or a house guiding us, get the fuck out of there, man. But I just wanted to point this out. I think it's a shame that they allow this. We really need to push that Raskin removes it. As we the people, we need to start pushing that, no, you need to take that off. A lot of people have cancer and a lot of people respect the flag. You're about as foul as those sports players who don't want to stand to the Pledge of Allegiance. That's how foul these guys are. That's why they back these people that do this, because they know in their heart and mind that the thing that they're doing is exactly like this foul shit, and they're all in grouping together, cahooting together. You go after and call the homo a sinner, then you'll get Raskins wearing his goofy thing. Oh, you can't do that. No, I'll call all of you. You're all wicked, evil sinners, not doing the proper things, and your character, morality, and integrity of you foul and shitty. Now get out of here. Point blank, right? And this is the way that we need to bring back our attitude, man. America used to have an attitude a long time ago. Did you know this? We had an attitude where it was like, no, we don't fuck around with dumb shit. You dumb, you're goofy. At one time, when America was rising up big time, you know, right after the Great Depression and stuff, there was a certain thing to an American. Oh, that guy cussed. Man, you were cussing. Everybody, even the kids, looked down on you. You understand? Now it's turned. It's flipped. It's everybody doing it. But a long time ago, children were like, oh, you said a cuss word. Oh, you know, we're trying to change the season of the minds of people with their manner of how they perform on their media show. Because that's all, you know, the image of the beast TV is the only. How do you know what goes on around you? You're watching the image of the beast, and what's on the image of the beast? All the foul shit that you don't like. But they're forcing it. Now we get back into music and entertainment. You can make good music, good movies, good TV shows that teach good, wholesome, righteous lessons for children, and you'll profit and make a lot of good money, and it will make the nation of people better. Integrity, character, and the morality and the mind frame of us way better. So we need to stop babying these evil men and call them what they are. evil, evil, evil men. Shalom. Assalamu alaikum.